it's called a 5-word review. Hopefully it's something I'm going to start doing semi-regularly whenever I see a new movie. I know I've been saying this monotonously that I'm going to put videos out regularly, see movies regularly, review movies regularly, but I'm not going to try to push anything this time. I know I've let you down a few times with that note, and I'm not going to try to do that anymore, so I'm just going to go for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5 words that describe the movie that I recently saw. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on each word, and I want you guys, if you decide to go see these movies, to keep these 5 words in mind, and I'll let you make your own judgment on, I guess, whether you want to see them, depending on these 5 words. So the movie I saw tonight is The A-Team. A good word to start off with is surprise. A good word to start off with would be surprising. Now this movie, obviously, it's an action movie. It's got tons of explosions and plot twists and, you know, action, as it should, being an action movie. But what's surprising about it is how just overall well made it is. The writing is great, it's very funny, and it just progresses very smoothly and it's never boring. So surprising for the first one, surprising in a good way, surprisingly well made, I guess. And that brings me to my second point, which I'm going to say, let's use the word explosive. This is definitely your genuine, don't mind the pun, A-listing action movie. Huge sequence at the end that takes place on a shipyard. I won't spoil anything, but it is just constant explosions and things collapsing and characters almost dying, and then they do die, but oh, they're alive. Every single scene, I think there's, as far as actual action scenes, like sequences of continued action and explosions for more than a couple of minutes, there's probably a dozen or dozens of them. I'm talking continuous action for maybe 10 minutes. There's a lot of them. As far as effects go, this is definitely worth your money. If you're just someone who goes to movies to see the death and the explosions, go see The A-Team. Third, I'm gonna have to say this one. I'm gonna have to say hilarious. The writing in this is great. I mean, it's nothing beautiful, it's nothing in-depth. Come on, like I said, it's an action movie, but the comic timing is really awesome. I'm not really sure how to delve on that. Great writing, great comic timing. It's really a hilarious movie. Fourth, I'm gonna make up a word here and say uncliche. How about original? Let's go with original. There were several moments, I'd say, where the movie actually took a course where I didn't expect it to. A lot of plot twists and things. I'm just doing a horrible job of describing this. It's not predictable. How about, I'll say unpredictable. That's a better word for it than original. It has a lot of great suspense, so unpredictable, suspenseful, whatever you want to call it. And fifth, I'm going to say developed. And by developed, I mean it's actually kind of deep. I'm not saying there's a big theme or, you know, emotional message that you should get out of this movie. Characters, you really grow attached to them. You don't really get any background of the characters at all. You get a brief introduction. Oh, something else I should mention is the movie starts off with the introduction of the A-Team. Like, you get to know how they all meet each other. Their whole chemistry of getting to know each other for the first time goes on for, I'd say, 30 or 40 minutes, a really long time, and it really develops their bond really well, and you can see that they're a really tight-knit group, and you get to see the formation of the A-Team, which is really nice. And then it jumps ahead 8 years, and they've done 80 missions together, and they're like the military's strongest resource, and everyone loves them. And that's when the movie actually, well, no, not even then, their whole chemistry of getting to know each other for the first time goes on for, I'd say, 30 or 40 minutes, a really long time, and it really develops their bond really well, and you can see that they're a really tight-knit group, and you get to see the formation of the A-Team, which is really nice. And then it jumps ahead 8 years, and they've done 80 missions together, and they're like the military's strongest resource, and everyone loves them. And that's when the movie actually, well, no, not even then, you get 40 minutes of meeting the A-Team. Boop! Wait, right there. Yeah, never mind. A large chunk of the time of the movie is developing the story and the characters. A lot of character relationship development and a lot of plot and conflict development, and then there's an even huger chunk of them trying to solve the conflict. So by developed, I'm saying you get to know the characters, you feel like you know the characters really well, you really care about the characters, you get to know exactly what's going on with the conflict. This movie was only about 2 hours long, it says from beginning to credits. It felt like it was 3 or 4 hours long, but I was never bored. I was laughing constantly. I was on the edge of my seat so much, not literally, but like mentally, I was just all movie. Like, it's really, really intense in some parts with the excuse me, with the action, and a lot of the suspense is also really good. Like, you don't know who's gonna die, you don't know what's gonna happen next. A good note to end on is that the acting, all of the performances are just awesome. They're just great. Like I said earlier, there's nothing beautiful or captivating, but they play the perfect action stars. The guy, I didn't realize it until most of the way through the movie, the guy who plays Murdoch, if you look very closely, is Vicus from District 9.
He tried to escape by
There's a short segment where he uses a South African accent, and then I was kind of like, that sounds so familiar. Who is this guy? And it's Vicus, and the difference in his character in Vicus and Murdoch is just so incredible. I think that's why I didn't realize he is an amazing actor as far as his differences go, that he can just do something way over here like Vicus and then go to Murdoch. I might have to call him one of my favorite actors now. I'm not sure what else to say. My 5-word review for the A-Team. Surprising, explosive, hilarious, developed, and original. 5 words that I would use to describe the A-Team. And I'm not going to ramble anymore. All I'm going to say is, if I had to give this a number, I'm going to say 10 out of 10. As far as my favorite action movies go, this is definitely near the top. I wouldn't say favorite movies overall, but it's something that I could watch over and over and enjoy a lot. So, the A-Team, if you're a fan of action, if you're a fan of great acting, if you want to see action and great acting combined with a drizzling of originality and surprise, then go see the A-Team, because I loved it, and I think the general public will love it because it's not for smart people, but smart people can also enjoy it and find the good stuff in it that make it better than what most not smart people would realize. And go see the A-Team.
The A-Team.
Hands up!
You banking my van! I'm gonna kill you, fool!
You can't park there. That's a handicapped zone.